We're back on a Wednesday, back to your schedule, regular schedule programming. I am your boy Charlie with my best girlfriend Melanie. We are back from the Lone Star State, and we're ready to give you another show today. Welcome to the Inner Circle Podcast, everyone. How are you, girlfriend?
I'm pretty good. Can't complain.
That was a pause there, and that pretty good.
I'm tired with work. You know, like when you go on a quick getaway, I don't call that a vacation, a getaway, and you
It's
come
called a
back.
getaway, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
work comes at you like tenfold, and then I don't know. I just feel like even when I try to rest, I feel like I don't have. There's not enough hours in a day, but I'm good. Can't complain.
We
Loving this
alive.
weather.
Yes, fall. So we're gonna talk about it. Obviously, last week, as you guys know, we were in Dallas to see Beyonce's Renaissance tour, and just a day or two of R&R between best friends. So we're definitely gonna give you guys our rundown, our thoughts. On the after show, we'll definitely go more into details on the after show about the Beyonce show and all that. But we came back Saturday and it was
Mhm.
like 90s. We went on a Wednesday. It was 90s. It was hot while we were there, and we literally come back to like fall. Like fall came in. First day of fall, fall was here. Like, hi.
Hey,
How did
bitch.
you feel coming back?
Um, I was happy that it wasn't humid anymore. Like I'm tired of the humidity. But when we came back on Saturday, it was very like chilly and rainy, which
For a
is
few
fine
days.
for a few days, and it's gonna rain tomorrow. I think.
Like chilly and
I
rainy, which is
I don't.
nice.
I hear background.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm okay with it raining, but like rain on a weekend where I don't have to work and have to commute, so I could play
True.
Liz. What is that song? Let the rain fall
Oh,
down.
Hillary Duff, come clean. Or yeah. I was gonna say, or Missy Elliott, I can't stand rain, but that's
I was
opposite of.
listening. I was listening to that song too. But I actually like the weather, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, it was perfect coming back Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but then after a few days, X amount of days, it could get depressing, like too much rain. So
I don't think it's depressing. I think right now, first of all, shout out to the writer's strike. It's over and done with after 150 days. I think that they've came up with like an agreement or something about fucking time. I think that there's gonna be less scripted shows, but I'm looking forward to like more fall shows coming out and like be people doing press for shows. And I will say, and I'm glad that Marie's on today because Bravo has been carrying TV as a whole with like the Housewives with Below Deck. Because if
mhm,
you think about it, there are no shows going on right now with
it's
the
true,
whole
yeah.
writer's strike.
Yes, and you're right. We have special guest Marie from the Real Housewives of Westchester. And you know what? Let's not wait any longer. We have such a fun show. We want to get into some stuff with Marie. So there's no need to wait. It's been a while. We shouldn't have kept you waiting. So here, joining the show, welcome special guest Marie. How are you?
Hi guys.
Welcome to the Inner Circle Podcast.
I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. Now, toast to shake off all the nerves. And in case we have any nerves, shake it off like Taylor
I
Swift.
do.
Not like Taylor
I,
Swift,
I
child.
do have nerves.
No, but you're gonna be good. Welcome to the show. So like I said, Real Housewives of Westchester. Um, that's the page you run on Instagram, and we was talking a little bit before the show, getting to know each other. But let's talk about it. Like, obviously, what linked us? Do you want to actually tell the people how we kind of linked and
Well,
found each other?
I saw you on Namaste Bitches. I really liked your energy. I feed off of energy.
So,
Yeah, and you just exuded positive energy. And then I started following your page and looking at what you've done. And I liked you. And I actually DM'd you and said, if you ever want anyone to be on your podcast, please ask me. I'd love to be on. And you obliged. And here I am. That's how I found you through Namaste Bitches. Teresa Giudice's podcast.
yes, which we're both big stands of. But
So she's definitely my favorite. She's definitely my favorite. And my page was started because I just wanted to stick up for Teresa. Like I felt like she shows so much strength. And as a person with anxiety, I have anxiety and social anxiety, and like I said, feed off energy. And she's somebody who kind of gives me life. Like she just she's so strong through everything. And being someone with anxiety who sort of feels paralyzed sometimes, seeing women who are strong gives me strength. And that's what attracted me to her. So seeing her sister-in-law, Melissa, who I just can't say enough bad things about, seeing her trash her and the fans that she has because of it, I wanted to be the one person that made a page to say, no, this is what I see, and you see it too. You might have forgot, but I wanted to point some things out and kind of stick up for her, because in a way she's done so much for me without knowing. Just I look up to strong women.
There's the same thing. It's the same thing here, which is I'm a lover of all strong women, and it's one of the reasons. I think I said this on. I don't know if I said this with you, Melanie, in a podcast or whatever. But one of the reasons why I love so many women and like the Madonnas growing up, singer wise, or the Britneys and stuff, is because kind of like my mom. My mom at one point was a single mom, and my mom had 5 boys. I'm the oldest out of 5 boys. So like I seen so much that my mom had to deal with, and the strength she had, like the strength she definitely gave all me and my brothers. We all say it between me and my brothers, like we're strong men because of our mom. So I've always been looked up to women, especially strong women. You know what I mean? And my mom happens to, my mom's birthday is the day before Teresa's. They're both Tauruses too.
So you
yeah.
said your mother's birthday is May 17th.
Correct, yeah.
And my firstborn daughter is, I already watched your podcast with her today. My firstborn daughter is May 16th. And she's a Taurus too. Yeah.
Wow, there you go. And it was meant,
yeah.
You see, and this was meant to be, this whole podcast. I know you said you reached out, but we've been wanting to ask Melanie, like we always talk about, this is when people ask, what's the Inner Circle podcast about? I love to say the podcast about everything because we love everything pop culture. We love reality TV, we love movies, we love music, we love the culture, everything. And I told her, Melanie and I speak a lot, especially Melanie. She's like, I want to have more Housewives people on the show to talk Housewives. So look, we called you to us.
It's so fun. It is fun to talk about, and it's not even like a page I made to hate somebody. I don't like when people kind of think of that. It's not like I'm hating Melissa. It's more like what I just said. I was inspired by Teresa, and I want to pump her up, and I want to lift her up, and I want to show people that she's a good person because in some way she's done something for me. There are days some people can't get out of bed. There are days some people don't know if they can make it. And you look at this woman who has been through so much, and you say, if she can do that, I can get up and drive my daughter to school and make peanut butter and jelly and, get through the day. And unfortunately, there are some people who have a hard time doing that. And seeing positive role models is really important. So my page really isn't so much about hating Melissa as it is really my love for Teresa and admiration, I should say, for her. Because I don't know her personally.
One thing I will say about Teresa is that every interaction that we've had with her, because we went to her book signing years ago.
Back in 2010, 11?
Yeah.
The positive attitude, right?
She's always been positive, or she's always been very nice to her fans. I can't say the same for Melissa.
Yeah. And then,
I think there was one reason she came on the show, and it's just for
the fame.
At any cost.
The Gaga song about it, the fame, honey. That's fame, the things they will do to you. But Marie, let me ask you this: with having the page that you have and the page that you run, and like we said, you've garnered so many followers and stuff. How do you deal with obviously you have a page where it's praising Teresa, showing Teresa love, but how do you feel now in the opposite side where you have the negative naysayers and the haters and maybe the Melissa stands or Marge stand coming at you or leaving, maybe not necessarily at you, but leaving the negative crap on your page? How do you navigate through that?
It's definitely, I definitely went against the grain doing this. And I loved it because I knew so many people fall for Melissa. I mean, it's very easy to put on a pretty face. And how I deal with it is just, you put on the show while the cameras are on. She puts on her show when the camera's on. How I deal with it is just I started pointing that out to people, and I just wanted to be heard. I wanted to be like I have teenage daughters now. Okay, I don't have much to do. They're out with their friends all the time. I started rewatching the show, and I keep seeing these things, and this last season did it for me. And I started to say, you know what, I want to call her out. And I started seeing a lot of agreements, a lot of people agreeing with me and saying, you know what, you're right, she did do that. You know what, she is. So it kept me going because I was getting positive feedback. And I used to have to double check my followers in the morning. I'd look twice and say, wait, what? Like I had people that I had looked up to with similar pages. And I had surpassed them by thousands of followers in a month. And I'm saying, so this is wonderful. And I guess I'm not the only one who feels this way about what I'm seeing, what I'm viewing, a family being ripped apart. And all this woman does is put on a smile and a pretty face and think everything's going to be okay. When in reality, Teresa is the strong woman we should all be looking up to. I don't have any no one makes me feel bad about what I do. I've only felt better because I like that my voice is being heard and that I'm the one who came out. I'm sure there are other pages, but I only am on Instagram. I don't have a TikTok about this. I don't have a Facebook about this. So on Instagram, I see that a lot of people are agreeing with me. And I'm not trying to ruin Melissa. I'm just saying she's fake. She's fake and phony.
Yeah. What did you think overall this whole of this past season of Jersey? This last past season, what were your overall thoughts?
Teresa meeting Louis really calmed her down. I think he's so in touch with his emotions. I hated that they all came at him and said, well, what about that video? What about that video? I think that him going away to that warrior place that he was at that made him a warrior, and it was a program to better himself, did better himself. And I think he tried to pass it on to Teresa. She's much more calm now. She thinks things through. She doesn't speak very well sometimes. She doesn't know how to articulate herself as well as most people. Mm-hmm. But, and she knows that. But I understand her, and I think Louis understands her, and I think he gave her a voice and a way to express herself in a calm way instead of flipping tables. So I thought that was good on that part. And he's good for her, that he's positive for her, and they tried to make it bad, but it's not bad. He's good for her. They're all just jealous. And Joe not going to the housewarming, to the 50th birthday party, all a stunt to have a last ditch effort at being something to somebody, because that was wrong. Yeah. When he didn't go to the wedding, how could you justify that ever?
You know what's one of my things about this whole Teresa, and I say Teresa versus Joe and Melissa because we've seen this before though, and this is what I'm talking about. We've seen it when Teresa was with Joe Giudice. The same thing. Now we've seen a repeat. And it's like, why, as viewers watching the show for 14 years, why? Like, even Stevie Wonder could see who's the problem here. Look at it. They had a problem when it was Teresa and she was with Joe. Joe was out of the picture. Now Teresa's with someone else. But now there's still another problem. Hello, people. Can we start putting two and two together? Like, am I really the problem? Like, who's really the problem? You get what I'm saying?
You start to see this strong woman who we all looking up to being put down week after week after week. And it's like...
She's an OG, though. She's the OG, and I truly feel Melissa's goal is to be the last bitch standing. She wants to be the last person standing, but she will never be an OG though. Like you was not there from the beginning. Girl.
We all know those type of girls. You know,
Yeah.
she. Everyone wants to be somebody, but she came on and said, you know, I want to be the younger, hotter, cooler sister-in-law, and you know what? She could have been, but she could have been cool. But instead, the very first episode she came on, she just attacked, and people thought, oh, how cute is she? How cute is she? Look how pretty she is. She's such a good wife. She played up the Italian housewife, and she wanted to be such a good caregiver. When in reality, Teresa is all those things, and all she did was come on to try to take her place. And she could have done something different with it. She could have allied with Teresa. But instead, she went against her. And it's women, that's not women supporting women. That's competition. And it's getting hard to watch. Last season was the end of it for me. I literally started the page in April. And that's why I say how fast my followers grew. My grandfather recently died, and he was always my biggest supporter no matter what I did. And when I turned on this season and saw them go to Ireland, he's my Irish grandpa, he's 100% Irish. And I felt sort of like a connection to my grandfather just through watching the show and them going to Ireland. And I said, you know what, maybe I'll just start a little page and finally say that I don't like Melissa Gorga and see if anyone believes it too. And I did that, and I like I said, my followers took off, and everything started going great. And he was also a private detective, and I said to myself, looking up information, sort of, when somebody dies, you take what they've given to you while they were alive, and you try to put it out into the world. That's the only way we can really honor them. There's nothing else we can do but sulk and miss them. So I said to myself, it's almost a way of me remembering him by digging up this information, because that's what my page is. It's, look what she did. And people would say to me, but this was 10 years ago. Who cares? And I would say, well, you have to build a case. You have to, I'm building a case. I like that. Yeah. I'm building a case. She has always been this way. I can only talk about season 13, but you'll see more of what I'm trying to tell you. For Teresa, because she can't speak for herself sometimes. I love her, but she can't sometimes because she's so anti-drama and so namaste, which I do admire. But sometimes she needs to fight back, and she wasn't. So I was digging up things and posting it, and people would say, I see what you're doing, but why are you bringing up things from the past? And it's like, because they matter now, because she's still doing them now.
Yeah. What are your predictions for the next season of Jersey with the cast divided, and obviously the way we've seen things end at the reunion? Obviously, it's no secret because things are spoiled nowadays in our day and age of social media. We know both of them are back and currently filming their new season. What's your predictions? Because they're not talking. They both said it, especially Teresa. She was, and we know a Taurus. Tauruses could be stubborn. So Teresa's stubborn. Like, I'm not speaking to, I'm done. And then, the same thing on the other side. What are your predictions for this new season that's currently airing? And what do you think we may see as fans next season?
I think it's going to air in February. I think that she is not going to talk to Melissa and vice versa. I think Joe's going to play up completely Melissa's family and shove it in her face. Agree. I think he's going to shove it in her face.
They treat me so much better.
Yep. Yeah.
My real family. That's what I'm predicting.
Yeah, he's going to shove it in her face because they don't have anything else to talk about. If she would be real and talk about the fact that Joe has cheated on her and she's cheated on him, and marital struggles. Maybe some people I know allegedly. A lot of wives.
Wait, are we getting an exclusive? Is this an exclusive?
Well, this is an exclusive. So in Melissa's first podcast, first of all, she says it herself. Did you listen to Melissa's first podcast ever?
Absolutely fucking not.
I listened to every episode of Namaste Bitches since it launched over a year ago. Melissa, I've never even looked that way at all.
Listen, Joe is a self-proclaimed sex machine, and she had to give him a lie detector test because she had suspicions because he butt dialed her while having sex with somebody else, and she heard the moaning and she heard the D word, and she says all of this herself, and said to him, I need a lie detector test from you. So she goes to book a lie detector. He shows up before the lie detector test, and she says to the audience, Joe's late for everything, no matter what it is. But he showed up early before I did to this lie detector lady's office. And she goes, and then a friend of mine said that most of the time the husbands do that to pay off the lie detector lady. And I'm sure that's what my husband did, right, Joe? And she asks him right on air. And he says, no, honey, no, I would never do that. But at the same time, she's saying that she heard everything. And she says, word for word, I heard what I heard, but I can't do anything because he got there before me. Paid the lie detector lady $10,000 and got off the hook. Now, that's just one example. But Joe Gorga cheats on Melissa Gorga, and I think vice versa. And I think we heard that from Margaret.
Wait, so he denied it and he said what? That he was watching porn like he normally does?
He said that it was wintertime and the ground was frozen still. So when he was digging his shovel into the ground, he was moaning and groaning because of that, because his job was hard. So Melissa, and it was the night before Teresa was going away to prison. So he was very stressed out.
Yeah, and during stressful times, guys tend to do stressful things.
We got here because we were saying they should be real. And honestly, there are a lot of marriages who husbands disappear, who husbands work construction. You don't know where they are. If she would just come out and say that, I think Joe might have cheated on me. That's her own storyline.
There you go.
She just has to keep.
They want to keep the fake pretense.
She has such
what did Teresa do that's so bad that she's got to hate this lady?
No, because she knows, I'm pretty sure this is the reason why Melissa Gorga will not cop to it and will lie to the day she dies. If she were to bring that out and expose Joe for doing that, then Teresa's going to be like, I told you so. She doesn't want to give Teresa the last, the last word.
Yeah.
And she wants to be on this power trip ego where she's in a perfect cookie cutter relationship.
And everything prior was fake. She can't do that now. I see them sort of spiraling a little bit because that show is their life. Teresa has a separate life, and can do with or without the show. But they are so fame hungry. If you watch season 3 and 4, you'll see that they really did just come on with such a nasty attitude. And I don't respect her, Melissa. I think she's a beautiful girl, but that's all I'll say. Joe, I used to love.
I used to love Joe too. Ask Melanie. I used to love Joe when he first started, but I don't follow. That I'm done with. I don't hate the guy, but I
don't hate him. Melissa Gorga blocked me. Well, I have a regular page, and then I said on one of her in the comment thread, I said, "Oh, I'm starting a new page. It's a pro Teresa page." 5 minutes later, I went to look for Melissa's page, and she blocked me. So that was back in April. So she looks,
you made
she watches.
It housewife blocks you.
She looks, she watches, she sees. Oh, she does, because otherwise she wouldn't have blocked me. And Teresa interacts with me a lot. Louie, Paulie, Dolores is Paulie. It's very, very nice. Like I mentioned, my Irish grandpa. I had sent Paulie a DM once saying, "Oh, I love seeing that you guys are going to Ireland, that you're in Ireland, because my grandpa just died and he was more like my father, and it just makes me feel connected to him that you guys are in Ireland." Grandpa wanted to go there, and again with me, but we couldn't make it. He died. But I said that to Paulie, and he was so kind in return. He said, "Oh, I'm going to Ireland. I'm going here and there," and he conversated with me. It's nice to see that they see you and that they see your support. I put in to be on Namaste Bitches as a guest, but Melissa is really good with writing back, and she talks to me, but I don't have like a date to be on yet. I hope I can maybe one day get
you
on
would
there.
definitely make it. I could totally see you. You're definitely gonna be on there. I can't wait to see you.
Are you guys both fans of the show? I mean, I know you are, Charlie.
Yes.
You are as well, Melody?
Of Jersey or Housewives in general?
Well, in general, like, what's your favorite in general?
My
Jersey.
favorite
Housewives.
franchise. My favorite franchise is New York. It always has been. My favorite housewife used to be Bethany, but she's on some bullshit now. So I love Sonia Morgan. I do like the new reboot. It's great. I watch all, like, I used to even watch Dallas. I even watched some funny story. I was bored the other day and I decided to watch like Real Housewives of Durban in South Africa. They have like different franchises. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yes. Okay.
Yeah, I watch all the Housewives. As far as New Jersey, I love Teresa. I think that sometimes Teresa does things and sometimes she can be a little bit ignorant in the things that she does. But the thing about Teresa is that she doesn't do things out of like ill will or spiteful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good person. And I think not only did Louis calm her down, but unfortunately, and this freaking sucks, but her losing her parents made her like see different. And like focus on her family and what matters. And it's a shame that her own sibling doesn't want to, like call a truce and stuff because he has that person in his ear. But as far as like Jersey, I've always loved watching Jersey because it's so close to us. I love how they talk.
We used to drink our Fabellini, have Jersey nights and drink Fabellini when she had Fabellini.
I think I have a signed bottle of it. My neighbor got it for me because I was pregnant at the time.
Oh.
I couldn't, so I didn't go to the liquor store, but my neighbor got it for me, and I do have it.
I do miss though when it was more family oriented because out of all the Housewives franchises, New Jersey was the one where family was more important. Family resonated, like the Manzos, the Loritas, even though Jacqueline's kind of weird. Just Dina being there, I miss that. Yeah. Now it's just always Melissa and Teresa. And I'm like, girl, I'm tired.
I mean, something has to change. I don't know. I think that, honestly, I think Teresa should have her own spinoff. I think that by now, how many years has it been? I think that the girls are grown. Yeah. Kim Zolciak can get a show. Kendra Wilkinson can get a show.
Why not Teresa? Exactly. Well, Mary, I have, as a Teresa fan, some fans love to just put us on the spot and talk shit about what Teresa has done. So, in the 13 seasons of Real Housewives of New Jersey, I'm going to go down a list, and you as a fan, we're going to play this little game now called Can You Excuse Teresa? And I'm going to go down a list, and you're basically going to tell me, like, straight up, can you excuse it? Or not.
I'll be honest.
Be honest. There we go. Here we go. No bias, just because we're fans. No bias here. First, can you excuse Teresa throwing out the sprinkle cookies that Melissa brought over for Christmas?
Yes, because it was the reason she did that was because Melissa wrote the card that said, "Congratulations on your redone home," and that was her retaliation.
Ooh. Can you excuse Teresa calling Jackie a see you next Tuesday?
No.
All right. Well, you see? She can't excuse her. There you go. You see?
We all say things we regret.
Can you excuse Teresa saying Caroline's cooking is like the Olive Garden? Comparing Caroline's cooking to the Olive Garden in her cookbook. And Teresa cooked in her cookbook she wrote.
Didn't she say she's like 116 Italian?
Yes, 116 Italian. That part too. Yeah.
I forgive her. I can, yes.
All right. Can you excuse Teresa pushing Andy at the season 2 reunion?
No. She
Can
shouldn't have
you?
done that.
I know. Can't push Daddy.
She should have smacked Danielle.
Speaking of Danielle, can you excuse Teresa calling Danielle a prostitution whore and flipping the table?
Yes.
And we wouldn't have the iconic jersey and Teresa.
17 times? 19 times?
19 times?
Yes, I can excuse it.
Can you excuse Teresa telling Danielle to pull Marge's hair?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a turning point for me. I was like, "Whoa, Teresa, what are you doing?"
Yeah. And you know what? I have teenage daughters, so I'm trying to teach not to put their hands on people like Mommy did. So,
like Marie, learn from my mistake. Can you excuse Teresa? Last one, repeating the stripper rumors.
yes.
All right, there we go. That was not too bad. You see, there was some you didn't say excuse her for everything. That's good. That's good.
I did. Yeah, I was on it. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to other Housewives
I think
franchises,
Teresa has grown too. I think I don't think
definitely. Definitely. When it comes, besides Jersey, any other Housewives franchises that I know you mentioned Roni, you're into as well. Any other ones that you watch that you like into as well?
I love Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. Oh, it's coming back in November. Can't wait.
Yeah.
How do you feel Lisa Rinna not being on this season?
I didn't like Lisa Rinna. I thought she started getting way too harsh. Yeah, she went for the jugular too much, and I don't do that. I'm not down with that. That's too harsh. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
somebody like that can pull something out of the sky sometime. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, she started going that route where like anything just could fly out the mouth. Now, what do you ladies think of OC? I know Melanie, you watched the OC for a little bit. I could never get into OC. OC just dropped their reunion trailer today and some looks, which we will get into a second. But what are your thoughts about OC, Marie?
They need a reboot, but
again, you think so?
Agreed. Again, they never had a reboot.
Oh,
I don't want to see Vicky. I don't want to see Vicky again.
I don't think Gina doesn't belong there. Her accent alone doesn't belong there. Emily thinks that the skinnier she gets, the more praise she's gonna get. And I miss her being curvy. She looked so much prettier when she was curvier.
Right, and individuality, yeah.
And then the Tres Amigas, like Shannon, Vicky, and Tamra, them bringing Tamra is not helpful because if anything, it's so tired. Like Orange County has so many different women. It's not just those women. And then the Shannon thing with her doing the DUI, like even more reason she needs to retire.
Well, the looks were announced, and on our Instagram page, we always love a good keep it or shred it. We love getting our Joan Rivers on and our followers joining us and giving in their 2 cents on our polls. But now we're putting you ladies to the test with Real Housewives of Orange County reunion looks, keep it or shred it edition. So here we go. First look, Melanie's favorite girl, Gina. Keep it or shred it.
Her hair looks better, finally. It only took like 5 seasons.
I'll keep it. Even though I asked her to follow me. I asked her to follow me a couple months ago, and she didn't.
Well, 43% of our circle friends said keep it, and 57% said shred it. It's given to me very, I like the dress, I do, but it's given to me very basic, whatever. Yeah. For a reunion.
Very Fashion Nova.
Whatever, basic, like we're going to go out to the club Friday night in the Bronx.
And that's Gina, so she's like a whatever kind of girl.
Yeah.
I do like the Bronx stuff.
Me too. We were born in the Bronx. We were born in both of us.
I'm 10 minutes away from the Bronx. Yeah.
There we go. I'll keep it up shredded. Emily.
Keep it, I guess.
I wouldn't wear it, but I mean, keep it.
I'm gonna say keep it. You know why? Because after all those injections from Ozempic and all the plastic surgery that she got, her shape. And I expressed this to you when I saw a picture of her working out. her upper body, and this is no disrespect because like that, I'm not trying to put her down. Her upper body is way too wide, and her like bone or whatever is way too, it has like a big diaphragm. So now she needs to wear things that are gonna like cut in closer, so that way it makes her like have like a curvier silhouette. So I'll keep it, I guess. But
71% said keep it, and 29% said shred it. Next, this is new Housewives Jennifer.
Shred it.
shred it. She looks like a bird that's about to fly
That doesn't
away.
look nice. Yeah,
I feel the producers who picked that for her, because they, from what I hear, they give different looks. They have different dresses, and the producers basically pick out of the choices they bring.
Immediately no.
Those producers did her dirty, because this is her hair. I think her hair, the way her hair is, maybe she wore it higher or something, but the way her hair is down, then she looks like she's about to fly. And 100% of our circle friends who voted said shred it. Not one person said keep it. Not one person. And I'm not surprised. Next, Tamra, keep it or shred it?
Keep it. It's basic, but it's
keep it, but I don't like her.
It's shredded for me. I put shredded. I feel like it's too basic as well. Reunion look. The set of the reunion looks so nice, and a lot of them look just so regular to me. So I was being harsh. And for me, it's just shredded.
Taylor, I like Taylor.
And first of all, Tamara, you're back. You're back. This is your first season back. I would have gave something more like, bitch, I'm back.
Yeah, yes. Queen.
And 71% said keep it of our circle friends, 29% said shred it. Next, Miss DUI herself, Miss Shannon Bedore.
The hair is not giving. She looks crazy.
I like the dress. I'm going to say that.
I'll keep it, but it's she's giving, you know who she looks like? A bootleg version of Karen Huger.
Oh.
Yes. Ooh. You know what? You're right.
I know.
So she looks young here.
Yeah, because her face is.
All right, Carlos, I'm going to go with you. Keep it.
All right.
Not Carlos, Charlie.
Well, you know, in Spanish, it's called Carlitos. Charles is translated to Carlos. Yeah. So you see,
I'm on Carlos King.
I'm Spanish too. So.
I want to be the next Carlos King. I'm putting it up to the universe.
What ethnicity are you, Marie?
My father is born in Dominican Republic. And,
I'm Dominican.
Dominican sisters.
So my dad is Santo Domingo. He didn't come here till he was 10 years old. Yeah, and then his mother's Middle Eastern. So I'm Middle Eastern, Irish. My mother's 100% Irish and Spanish. And he's
there's a lot of Middle Eastern. There's a lot of Middle Eastern people in DR.
That's a nice.
They had fled there in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next, Taylor Armstrong, keep it or shred it?
Shred.
I'm gonna say keep it. I love the dress.
I think keep it.
I say keep it the dress, but.
I like the
ladies. Y'all look at her real close in the face. Isn't she giving Tracy Ellis Ross, but just light skin? Look at her face. She looks like Tracy Ellis Ross. The wig and the eye area. I'm like, eh.
This is why I want to shred it. Her silhouette, the dress is making her look very square. Granted, she is square, but I think that dress next to all the other dresses is what puts it together, which is fine. But like, I don't know. I don't like it. I think she should have worn something. She looks like a piñata.
Yeah, I say I like the dress, so I said keep it.
Her makeup is like, how you doing a smoky eye in a bright colored dress? Like, that's weird. I don't like it.
Next, keep it or shred it. Heather Dubrow. And by the way, real quick, 62% said keep it for Heather and 38% said shred it.
For Heather, this looks like something she's done before. I mean, I'll keep it. It's decent. She's wearing black and everyone's wearing color. That's kind of weird. That's
what was weird. It's like, what are these producers doing? Who's approving? Who's doing this? Like, who's sabotaging these girls?
They're so different from. I personally feel weird when I see like Beverly Hills dressed to the nines New York dressed to the nines, and then you have OC, which is a freaking county, a zip code that has like money, but they dress so bummy.
And that's why I put all of them shredded, even including Heather Dubrow. I put shredded. It's not bad. It's not bad if we were saying, okay, keep it a shredded. It's club night or a certain night. Yeah, girl, she would have better keep it. But this is the reunion. This is like the NFL. This is like the Super Bowl of.
Yeah.
Like I look at reunions as the Super Bowl of those seasons. This is your time to shine. This is your time to fucking look good. And
yeah, I feel like all these dresses are giving not even Fashion Nova. They're giving hotmiamistyles.com.
There
like,
you go.
Very cheap spandexy vibes, and that's not cute. I honestly think, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Atlanta dressed way better.
Oh yeah, with their blues.
Atlanta with their reunion looks, they actually were in sync, were the same similar like color story, even though a lot of them had feathers and looked crazy. At least they were all cohesive. This is not cohesive to me.
67% said keep it for Heather, and 33% of our circle friends said shred it. Listen, what reunion do we have forward to look next? Oh, New York, Roni. I know they filmed that, so soon we should be seeing their looks. Yeah, so I'm excited to see their first looks.
They're gonna look good. I can't wait.
They're gonna bring it. I hope. But with that being said, yeah, and let's see. But yeah, there goes Miss Fancy Pants right there, Heather Dubrow. Are you have you kept up with the OC at all this season?
Honestly, I stopped watching. I'm not invested in the OC anymore. I think that the same little storyline, they're all ganging up on Heather Dubrow. It's corny to me. I don't like it. Even with Tamara coming back, like it's not salvageable. Salvageable? Is that a word? Like you can't save that. I think that they need to be put on pause. And Andy, I love Andy Cohen. However, he's tried so hard to be like, oh, they're giving you content. This season is funny. You're going to laugh your pants off. I can't. The way I laugh watching Mary M. Cosby on Salt Lake City is not the same way I will laugh when the Tres Amigas get drunk. Like, getting drunk is not funny to me. People getting drunk and sloppy.
You're not that girl. You're not that type of girl. You don't care about the way people getting drunk and sloppy.
That's not cute. I think that they're a different demographic.
So now, Marie, the Real Housewives of Westchester is the name of your Instagram page. What was the name? What was behind the name? What made you like pick that name? What was behind the name and inspiration of that?
You can go downstairs. Am I back on?
Yeah.
Okay. Because my phone cut out before. So I started off as Real Housewife of Bravo because I didn't know what to name myself. And then I realized, I started with it, but then I went to Westchester, Real Housewife of Westchester, because I like living in Westchester. It's so close to New York City. I mean, I can get in the car and be there in 20 minutes. I can go to Jersey events, if I really wanted to. Like I said, I'm in the car 5 minutes. I'm in the Bronx. My husband's from Yonkers. I enjoy living in Westchester, and there's so much going. It's not like I live in the Midwest or some no-name town. So I decided to rep Westchester.
Rep where you from?
That's a Bronx girl's dream to move to Westchester.
Is it? Yeah. Well, I hang out there, and I have no problem with it. There's
from the Bronx.
I live in Eastchester, in the town of Eastchester. There's an Eastchester, what is it, Ave in the Bronx? But I'm from the town of Eastchester.
You're legit.
And it's in Westchester County, Lower Westchester. Yeah, you're so funny.
Do you find that there are like people like Bravo fans in like your area?
Yes. So Teresa and Gia were both right down the road from me at a place called Gigantes. Gigantes. It's a catering hall, and they put on some events, and they did the premiere for this last season of Real Housewives of New Jersey in my town in Eastchester at Gigantes, and Teresa was there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Guess what? I didn't go.
Why?
I should have went, but I didn't go.
Listen, if you ever want to do like an event, like a Jersey event or whatever, like
Yeah.
listen, we'll go. We
Go with
new
me.
found BFFs
Yeah.
here.
Al,
Now that I
so
have-
next summer we need to go to the baseball game in Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
In Coney
Yes,
Island.
come with us. We've gone 2 years now, so definitely next year we're going if they do it again, and definitely.
Now that I have this page, I want to go to these things. And Gigantes contacted me. They were like, oh, this is so cool that you have this page, And I said, I don't know if I should keep my location as Eastchester or just not name my location. And they said, no, keep it as Eastchester.
There you go.
Yeah.
In the because it's like weird. It's like Eastchester in the county of Westchester, the town of Eastchester. But anyway, and I did hear that you're from Brooklyn, right?
I live in Brooklyn, yes, but we both
Right.
born in the Bronx. So we were saying Bronx babies, families, from the Bronx. But yeah, I live in Brooklyn, and she's
Yeah.
a
Right.
Heights
I'm in
girl.
Manhattan. Yeah.
Love it. I have a lot of friends like on McLean Avenue, 233rd.
Okay, come on, New Yorker. You know what's up? Look at you. You know what's up.
Speaking of
I vibed with you guys right away.
yes. Speaking of like Bravo events, do you see yourself ever going to BravoCon?
I know it's always in New York, but now they're doing it in Vegas this year, and it's like, what the F?
I know.
I would have been there.
Same sentiments.
Yeah.
Same
I would have
sentiments.
been there this year for sure. I would have been there, but no, I'm not going to go to Vegas. I'm not going to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm too close to New York to go to Vegas.
Right.
Now, unfortunately, I just started this page in April and didn't really think too much about everything. But now that I'm into this, and one day I want to have my own podcast or join somebody else's, I need to get out there.
I was gonna ask you. Look at you segueing into questions and setting up questions. What do you see?
Anybody want me?
Do you see yourself starting a podcast or joining? What do you do? Yeah.
I do. I want to just because I want to talk about my opinion on things, and it's a safe way for me to do that. I had mentioned earlier I had anxiety, and a podcast is kind of cool way to express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I'd love to do that, but I kind of like, my dream would be just to join someone who's already established, as everyone's dream probably is, and be like, and give my input. But I will one day get the guts to maybe start one, but I haven't even thought about it.
No, that it's cool to join something, but at the same time, it's cool to start something yourself too. So it can go both either ways. You was gonna say, Billy?
Well, I joined you started this, Charlie, and then I joined because me and him.
He was considered a friend of.
I was the friend of behind the scenes.
You didn't get paid.
I got my little Marlo Peach afterwards, but I will say the Bravo community is great, because you think that people I would never have guessed that people near me will enjoy Bravo as much as I do. And then you get to even you having a page, you have people reaching out hey, there's this local event where, I don't know, Jennifer Aiden and Teresa are going to be there. Do you want to come? So it's like a sisterhood, and it's also fun to meet people. And then you never know, you end up being a guest for many podcasts.
Yeah.
So, and I know someone directly who knows the Aidens very well, but I won't talk about that, because why would you I don't have to give up everything. Some people like to be private, and I would never talk about somebody and what they know about their friend. I know somebody who's friends with Jennifer Aiden, and who was at Bill's 50th. I wasn't there. She didn't invite me. We don't, we're not close like that, but I do know someone who knows the Aidens, speaks very highly of them, but I know where to draw the line, because I'm not going to call her up and say, hey, what's going on really at their home?
Yeah.
Can you take me to the next party you go to? As much as I would love to, I won't do that. But I will say that this person works very closely with Bill and says nothing but good things about them. Bill's a good husband.
And this is why I feel like celebrities, Bravo celebrities, whoever needs to have NDAs, because there are people that are respectful and won't say anything.
Yeah.
And then there's people that will actually sing like a canary and put their business out there, which is not cool.
So, lady.
I could say anything I want. I could say, oh, this person told me this. Yeah. I'm not going to, you don't do that in real life. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is that she has nothing but good things to say about their marriage.
And especially when you're trying to start something and be a reputable person, whether in the media, podcasting, whatever, like you say, Marie, you don't necessarily have to go that route where you're just airing everything you hear. And I heard, and I have my sources because they know this person. We could do that, but that's not the way they necessarily want to go and the route we want to enter. But
marriage, things happen.
Yeah, exactly. And with all of us, even us, celebrity, we all people at the end of the day. Some of us are just fortunate or get that spotlight, but at the end of the day, we're all people and we all go through bullshit in relationships, individually, relationships, whatever. We all go through it. Cheating, the breaks, the fights, it all happens. So whatever. But it's time for some more fun. Damn, today we haven't played so many games on one episode in a long time.
Let's do more.
And we got to do another one before we end this show. Of course, I got Thea
I see people commenting the Bronx.
What up, Bronx? Thea Real Housewives Ultimate Trivia book. And I'm excited because, as you know, we love to have Housewives guests popping it up here with us on the podcast. So this is going to be another game added to the roster. And y'all breaking the cherry for this game. Okay, so are y'all ready? All right. Are you ready, Melanie? Are you ready, Marie? This one is called
my new friends.
Housewives Ultimate Trivia, the rumor mill. So this is in New Jersey. Housewives Ultimate Trivia, and this one is called the rumor mill. So there's 10 questions and Let's go. Here we go. First, in Cabo, who throws a glass of wine? And there's multiple choice, so just hold off for that. In Cabo, who throws a glass of wine at Danielle's stall when children are brought up? A, Margaret, B, Jennifer, C, Melissa, or D, Teresa?
Margaret.
Melanie?
Jennifer.
All right. You got it, Marie. It's Margaret. It's Margaret. There you go.
You would be that troublemaker.
Another one that needs to be exposed. All right, number 2. What was Joe accused of at a pool party? What was Joe accused of at a pool party at Teresa's house? A, cheating on Melissa. B, not compensating a business partner. C, forgetting the lasagna. Or D, getting everyone drunk. What was Joe accused? Okay, that was B, Marie. What do you say, Melanie?
He's been accused of everything, all the above. Now, getting everyone drunk?
Marie, you're right. B, not paying a business partner. All right, number 3. In a heated argument, what was Jackie's explanation for talking about Teresa's daughter? A, it was an analogy. B, they both had too much to drink. C, it was a joke. Or D, it was taken out of context.
It was an analogy.
What do you say, Marie?
It was an analogy.
And y'all both right.
If she ever said that analogy about my daughter, I wouldn't have handled it well.
Y'all both right. Next question. In season 11, who began discussing cheating rumors about Jackie's husband? A, Dolores, B, Teresa, C, Jennifer, or D, Margaret?
Margaret.
Melanie, you're right. It was Teresa.
Wait.
In season 11, who began discussing cheating rumors about Jackie's husband?
Oh, began discussing.
Behind closed doors, maybe Margaret said it, but on camera, it was Teresa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teresa. Number 5, who referred to Danielle Staub, since there's a new Danielle Staub, as garbage? A, Caroline, B, Dina, C, Jacqueline, or D, Teresa?
Caroline. She said, "Look at me. You're garbage."
Yeah, I think Caroline.
Yeah, both right. Caroline. Number 6. What does Margaret want Louis to explain in season 12? A, his previous divorce. B, about his business. C, the viral shirtless warrior video circulating online. Or D, cheating rumors.
The
The
video
viral video.
circulating.
Ah, ding, ding, ding. Both of you right. Look at y'all at the same time. 7. What did Joe call Dolores' new boyfriend at the season 12 reunion? A, Mickey Mouse. B, Woody. C, Buzz Lightyear. Or D, Punk.
To infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear.
All right.
Oh God,
That shit was
Frank was
hilarious.
so bad.
Y'all both right. Buzz Lightyear. 3 more. Why did Joe angrily storm out of the season 12 reunion announcing that he was quitting the show? We wish he was telling the truth. But what was it? A, Melissa was being mean. B, Andy kicked him out. C, he was upset at Andy. Or D, Teresa called him a bitch boy.
She called him a bitch boy.
Bitch boy.
Y'all both
Melissa calls
right.
him a bitch boy too. Everyone does.
Who was killing the phrase is bitch better? A, Caroline. B, Teresa. C, Jackie. Or D, Margaret.
Don't call me honey. Is bitch better? Teresa.
Teresa.
Danielle.
Yes, y'all both right. And last but not least, what did Teresa say at Kim D's fashion show that upset Melissa? A, that Melissa has an affair on Joe. B, that Melissa used to be a stripper. C, she called Melissa the C word. Or D, she said Joe was short.
She called her a stripper.
Stripper.
Yeah, both right. And overall, by I think 1 point, Marie, you win
Yes.
this round of the rumor mill.
Thanks for letting me win.
There you go. There you go.
I love the trivia.
It's fun. Listen, there's so much more trivia, and hopefully you come back on the show to play more. Or hopefully, like me and Melanie have been discussing, we have like all people that like guests that we've had that live in the general area get together and just have a nice kiki powwow. We would love to have that. But if not, you are more than welcome to come back on the Inner Circle podcast to chop it up with us and do more of this. Now, Marie, where could the people, our listeners, our watchers, everyone who streams this and listens the very next day on streaming devices, where could they support you? Tell them your page and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm just on Instagram, which is, Real Housewife of Westchester. And that's it.
For now, because Marie is going to have a podcast. Marie's going to be on other social media stuff because, you definitely will. I'm manifesting it for you.
And I would love to be back on your podcast. I would love to come back anytime.
You're more than welcome because we love, trust me, this girl right here, my BFF, she's always like, we need more Housewives people to come on and talk with us.
It's so easy to talk about, right? It's like,
it is.
And you guys are easy to talk to.
It's a community. Well, I'm glad. You had fun, right?
I had a lot of fun. I'm so
Where's those nerves? There's no nerves right now. Where's those nerves? Out the window.
Nerves went out the window. You guys are great. So, and I'm sorry for the interruption I had with my
Listen, things happen. Trust me. We've been doing this, 3 years now, and we've seen it all happen. So,
I said, oh my God, my phone.
No, you're good. Make sure to support Marie. And listen, I know she's going to be back. I know we're going to definitely have you back on the show.
I want to thank everyone listening, too. Everyone who's listening, my followers. You guys you inspire me, and I don't make any money on Instagram or anything like that. I just really like doing this and talking about this. I saw you on Namaste Bitches, and I liked you and reached out to you, and I'm so glad you had me on tonight to be able to say thank you and to be able just to chat and talk.
Thank you for coming on. It's always
Melanie,
a good time.
you're great too.
Thank you too. I can't wait to meet.
And thank you for everyone, Marie's followers too, that checked this out or watching this or check it out after on streaming services or that started following us on the Instagram page. Thank you, Marie, and thank you to her followers and people. We really appreciate it. Like we say, a follow is free. A subscription on YouTube is free as well to support there. We stream on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, Google Podcasts. You can go check us out there if you prefer to listen audio-wise. Thank you guys so much. We are back next week, entering October, spooky season. Every Wednesday, live at 8 p.m. Catch us. And I'm sure we'll see you again, Marie. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are out. Adios.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.